month, I made a Halara video and I did a full try on. We did an unboxing. We talked about clothes in that video. And I just gotta tell you guys, I had so much fun because after that video went live, I chatted with a whole bunch of different ladies in the comment section. And it just was so fun to chat and talk about the clothes and just, I don't know, you guys made me feel really special in that video and I just loved it. I was like, I want to do this again. So today, that is what we are doing is I have 8 new clothing items from Halara. We are doing a full try on in this video as well. So I'm going to give you my thoughts, my review. We're going to discuss all of it and we're just going to have a great girly day today. Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel today. So like I mentioned, we are checking out clothes from Halara. And like I said at the outset, I just had so much fun in the last video. So I was like, yeah, I want to do this again. You guys just made me feel like $1,000,000. So we are going to be trying on 8 different items today. But don't forget, if you guys would like to shop any of the clothes that I'm going to show you today, I will be posting links down below for each of these items. I also have a discount code that I was able to get from Halara that saves you money off of full priced items. So you're not able to stack it with sales, but sometimes you can still get a really good deal with the code. So I'll post it down below and then that way if you need it, it's available to you. So all of your clothes will be shipped in bags like this. And then these have already been opened and tried on. I have a full review prepared for you guys today. So we are completely honest over here. I'm going to tell you guys if I like it, if I don't like it, my thoughts. I got you covered on all of that. First up, we are going to talk about my absolute favorite piece of clothing from Halara at this moment. So these are the Halara Flex jeans, and they are the wide leg jeans. Now, I've previously featured this a few times in the videos, but I'm legit telling you they are my favorite item. So these ones that I have here, I love this wash because it's dark, but it still has kind of that light fade in the center. They have different washes available for these jeans, but they're extremely comfortable. They are a wide leg, so they're very relaxed. What I like is that you can get a petite version in these, so they're not too long, but they additionally have these in a regular length and even a longer length. So if you're really tall, they have you covered with that as well. But these do not have buttons, which I kind of prefer because they're not digging into your stomach. These don't have that. There's no snaps, no buttons or anything. You basically pull these on like leggings. They're all one piece, but they look like your traditional jeans. Now up at the top, you're gonna have a really strong elastic band. You can tell it's a little bit wider, so it is very smooth and snug to your skin. I like that I don't have to worry about these falling off. And one reason why I had to order new ones of these is because I have been losing some weight the last few months, and I noticed that my XL pair that I've been wearing, that size for months now, they are so loose that they're starting to fall off. And I was like, okay, we need new sizes. So I got a large in these, and these fit perfect. Now, recently I saw all over TikTok and Instagram, whenever people are trying on the Halara clothes, they're showing how stretchy the pants are and like all of the clothes. I don't know if that's something that everybody wants to know is like, do you need to know how stretchy they are? So I'm trying to show in these videos today, like they're really stretchy. I'm stretching them out all different ways. So yeah, that was a new thing for me. I was like, well, I've never needed to know that, but apparently if it's important, I'll show you guys how stretchy they are. This next pant is the exact same pair of pants, except it's in a different wash. This is the first time that I've actually gotten this wash on it. So usually I stick with the blue jean look, right? And these still look like the blue jeans, but they're just not blue. They're more of that black and white wash on here. So I went with these just for something different. I do love that you've got a really light fade across the front here. I think if it was all this one color, I don't know that I would like it as much, but they're still gonna fit the exact same way that you just pull these on. They're gonna slide right over the top. There's no buttons or anything on here, but you still get this really strong elastic, so it's gonna stay up on your hips as well. Now, this pair of pants, super comfortable, very stretchy, very nice relaxed fit. So if you want jeans that you can move in, and I mean, you guys, you're not restricted but are still breathable, because these are not heavy jeans. That's the other thing. True blue jeans are really heavy and thick, and especially come summer, I mean, if you get a hot day, I can't breathe in them. These are not like that. They're very relaxed, very breathable, and they are stretchy as well. So not only will they work for a lot of different body shapes and a lot of different sizes, they're going to be comfortable going into summer as well. So if you live in a hot area, they're still going to be very breathable pants no matter where you live. Last month in my video, I did talk to you guys a little bit about the new cargo pants that they have available on the website. I love the blue pair that I got last month. I'm wearing them like crazy, you guys. I wear them all the time. I do have to wear the wedge tennis shoes to give me a little bit of height with those pants. But I went online and ordered the same pair of pants, but I've actually got it in a different color. So they currently only make these in about 3 different colors. I think after having seen this in person, the light blue is still my favorite. And that's the one that I showed last month in March. But this is the same design, but it's going to be that really dark blue jean wash. So they do have these cargo pockets on the side of the leg, which are super fun. And then the front pockets are actually really big panels. So perfect. If you have a big phone that's really tall like I do, these will hold it. Same design, you're just gonna pull these straight on. There's no buttons, no zippers, less things to break on there. Don't have to worry about any of that. Now you're gonna notice that these jeans are a little bit longer, and I did order the petite length for these pants. So they're longer because they're designed to be worn with chunkier shoes. So if you have those wedges, the high tops, that's the idea with these pants. What I will tell you is, if your normal inseam length is regular and you're a regular human and you're not a shorty that needs the petite version, the inseam length on the petite is actually what it is for regular people. That sounds so weird. We're all regular people, but do you know what I mean? Like, if you are a normal regular length, I would order a petite version, and then it's gonna hit you perfectly. It's not gonna be dragging on the floor at all. The only reason why I would go with the regular length if you are regular is if you know you want them to be longer to go with those wedge shoes. Same thing with the longer tall lengths. You could go with the regular length and it would be the perfect one for you. So they do list the inseam lengths on there, and it will make more sense when you look at it on the website. But I do want to clarify that if you're looking at these jeans, for those of us that are shorties, this is as short as the pants come. Now, I love my relaxed fit jeans. I mean, I'm obsessed. I have like 6 or 8 pairs of them now, right? But last month, I tried on a pair of skinny jeans that I actually thought looked pretty good on. I felt comfortable in them, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm not getting rid of the skinny jeans. So this month, I went ahead and ordered another pair of the same ones, but in a different wash again. So these are the skinny jeans that have the striped panel down the side of your leg. And I thought it gave me a very slimming look, but it also gave me a little bit longer of a look. I talked about that before, that illusion that it kind of made me look a little taller. It probably didn't work, but at least in my mind, I felt like the illusion was working. So these are the darker wash. Last month I showed you guys the really light wash that they have available. And then this is the actual side of the pant. Now these skinny jeans will have the button at the front here. You've got all your normal pockets. They are all functioning. I made sure all of these worked. They're not just there for fun or for show. And then you notice how you've got these stripes here. That's where it starts, that side panel. And it's very slimming down the leg to actually have that. And what's cool is it actually starts on the side of your hip and goes down, and it gradually goes towards the front. So it really does, it cuts and shapes your leg really well. I also like the white stitching on these pants as well. It gives it a really nice dressy look, I felt like. So this pair is definitely a little bit dressier than the other wash that I showed last month. But then at the bottom, you'll notice around the ankle, it does have a little bit of a cutout. So they're perfect for boots, or if you want to put them in with a cute little heel or something. So after trying these ones on, I really like this style. I think it's very flattering. But then, like I said, this wash in particular with the white stitching, I just felt like If I wanted to do a little bit of a dressier date night, not, too dressy. I don't want to do a ball gown, but just a little bit more, this with booties and I don't know, a nicer top, I feel like it would look really cute out. The only thing that I noticed with these pants, and it's absolutely my fault, is I ordered too large of a size. So I am still kind of in the headspace. I've been losing weight, but I still, for some reason, am thinking I need to order an XL because that's what I've been for so long. So I am struggling to order a size large, but then when I tried these on, I'm like, I can tell they're a little too big for me, and I ordered the XL version. So they're still super adorable. It's nothing on Halara. It's absolutely me. It's just a mental block that I need to get past on, but I feel like if I get these in the right size, they're gonna fit perfectly. You guys, I did it. I had to do it. So again, last month I tried on a pair of black leggings that had this lace mesh, and they were skin tight leggings, right? They were more of that skinny fit. Very cute, and I even said in the video, they're a very sexy kind of legging. Like, they're not a legging I would wear all the time. But I looked online and saw that Halara had a similar version, but this was going to feature a flare on it versus it being a skinny fit. And I was like, I kind of want to try the flares, you guys. So I went ahead and ordered it. So this is my next pair. This is considered a pair of leggings, but they have a mesh lacy panel through the entire leg, and then they have a flare at the bottom. So they start to flare at your knee. So everywhere else it's going to be very skin tight like a traditional legging, and then at the knee is where it's going to start that flare. So this is what it looks like at the front. You're going to actually have that kind of crisscross there. So it's like your traditional yoga pant. This will have that lacy mesh over top of it. I was kind of surprised that they put that on the band itself. But then for the bottom area, you're gonna have your normal black legging part. Now there are no pockets. Actually, I take that back. They have a hidden pocket on here. There's no pockets on the sides because that's where the mesh panel is, and it would distract from the art form that you're gonna see in a second. So the pocket that they have built into this is in the back side, and it's part of this waistband here, and it's just this little opening. So it doesn't seal, like there's no zipper or anything like that, but you could put a phone in here as long as your phone could fit in this lacy mesh panel. So this is where you would actually have it at. So it'd be sitting back at the small of your back. I mean, it works. I just don't know, like I would be afraid that I would sit on my phone or something, but you definitely could put something in there if you needed to. So I definitely think this is a very sexy pair of leggings. These are not going to be the leggings that you want to wear hiking in. Now they are very breathable, I will tell you that, because it's basically just lace that you have on your legs. So very lightweight. I do think there is a chance you might be cold in these because they're not real warm, especially since they're so breathable, but you might want to just, wear these on a hotter or warmer day, because that was my only observation, is that I was like, man, the breeze will cut through these very quickly, but they are comfortable. I am surprised that the lace is actually very soft. It's not itchy. It does give you this beautiful sculpted look. The lines just wrap perfectly. I feel like, they work really well with a woman's body. They give you these nice curves. So I do give them props on that. The flare I do think is super cute. I like the fact that you get these cute little bell bottoms at the end as well. So I do think these look really good on. They're more going to be your specialty leggings though. The only con I'm going to point out with these, because right after I tried these leggings on, my dog came up to me to say hello like she always does. So she did nothing wrong, but the mesh lace I noticed picks up dog hair like none other. I mean, she did one little brush and just instantly it is in that mesh part. Now it's not sticking to the traditional legging part up at the top. It comes right off of there. It's very pet hair resistant on that part of the legging, but this seems to just intertwine into the actual lace. So I would say if you have pets, and especially pets that shed, it might be difficult to keep these clean because, I mean, she just brushed up real quickly. And I was like, wow, I cannot believe how much stuck to that lace part. So I would be mindful of that if you're looking at buying these. But I also went with a couple of tops from Halara. These are not anything fancy. They're more just like staple shirts. You know what I mean? Like the t-shirts that you always have just to use for layering purposes. I really truthfully wanted to get these for summer and working outside in the garden because I always want something that is going to be moisture wicking, that's still going to be comfortable and let me move. So I don't want it too tight to my skin, especially when I'm working outside. So I got a couple of these t-shirts. Gotta say, really like these. So I feel like the size was perfect. I think it fits great. There's a bunch of different colors available. I went with the gray, and then I also have a black one as well that I'm gonna show you. But really nice short sleeve t-shirts. So it is a short sleeve, like I said, scoop neck up here. It's not too close. It's even lower than this. Well, you're going to see it in the video, obviously, but it is not too high, which is very nice. One thing that I was surprised at is the seam. Does it show it here? You actually get a curve. So when I put this on, yeah, it kind of curves down. I couldn't believe how well it tapered out at the sides. So you're going to see in the video that it's not clingy at all. This one is very loose, but it's also a very stretchy material that is moisture wicking. It also doesn't collect pet hair. So if you have pets, this is perfect for that. So it won't get woven in there, but it's got a nice feminine cut to it. And the same thing applies for the black one. So again, this is the same exact t-shirt. I just have the black color is all, but it's got that nice cut on the sides. So I do think these t-shirts, it's not like it was an oops and just the gray one did it. Both of them have that really nice little flare, but I also thought it was cut at the right length for my pants as well. So it just is a really nice staple t-shirt. It's not the most exciting thing out there, but I will say if you just want a really soft t-shirt that you can use that's cooling and breathable and that doesn't collect pet hair, these will absolutely work. Last up, we went with some coveralls. I never know if it's coveralls or if it's overalls. I don't know the difference actually, but I've heard both terms used. So, okay, these are either coveralls or overalls or bibs. That's another thing that I've always heard. So, this is going to be the navy pair. I will tell you, this style is very popular on the website. They have all sorts of different lengths, different colors. There's like 25 different options when it comes to the colors, honestly. So I went with the navy because I love having navy clothes. I just think it's a great color. This will have 3 different buttons that you can choose for the length for the front part here. I put this on the highest button. That way it wasn't dragging on the floor because, you know, I'm short. I wanted it to come up as high as possible. So you are able to adjust the straps. And this is what it will look like. Here you do get this one big pocket on the front. And then in front, you're going to have 2 pockets. There's going to be a lot of ruching, so it's supposed to be a very flowy fabric, which I can confirm it is. And then on the reverse side, there's actually pockets back here too. This fabric, it is a little bit heavier. So it is their waffle knit fabric. So you can tell it has a little bit of texture there. I don't feel like it's too heavy. It is just heavier than some of the other clothes that I've tried from them. Now I paired this with the gray t-shirt that I just showed you before this one. And so that is the staple that I have underneath. I do think it is a gorgeous, cute look. But again, I think I ordered too large of a size. I really do. This is in the size XL and it looks like there's just too much fabric that's hanging off of me. And I think I needed to go with a large. Now you'll notice the length is a little bit longer on here, but again, I think they're doing that for the wedge shoe. So it's manageable. I did get the petite version, but just know if you are petite, you're gonna need something to lift it up a little bit as well. But I still think this is an adorable look. I just need to get down to the right size. But if you want something that's comfortable, this is definitely it because this fabric is literally hanging off of you. I feel like the only spots it's actually touching me is with the straps and across the chest, but everything else is just free flowing. So it's just loose fabric. So you don't feel like you even have anything on because it's so free flowing. Honestly, this is like the perfect thing to wear around the house that you are just doing your own thing, you want to be comfortable, they're perfect for that. So that is everything for today's unboxing and try on video. What did you guys think of these clothes today? If there's anything I can recommend you on, it's definitely the flex jeans. They have lots of different styles, different washes. So again, if you're not into like the wide legs, maybe you don't like skinny jeans, whatever it may be, they have got pages of the different types of jeans. And I feel like all of them have been great quality. Like every pair that I've tried, they feel nice, they're breathable. You know what I mean? They just check all of the boxes you want them to do. So for me, that is my favorite thing from Halara. If you are looking for pants, go to Halara. Have fun shopping. There's lots of different cuts and styles. They're really, really good. Now, just like last time, if there are any clothing items that you guys recommend or something that you want to see from the Halara website, just comment down below and I will add it to the list to look at and investigate. So definitely give me your thoughts and feedback down there as well. But until next time, beautifuls, have a great rest of your day and I will see you all in my next unboxing video. Bye!